Coaching clinic. That would be my absolute gist of the game. Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan. It was just a game planning just clinic. One thing I thought that was interesting, and the reason I didn't think the Niners could really win this game is because Kyle Shanahan has not been able to run the ball against Vance Joseph's defense the last few times they've played. Vance Joseph has done a really good job with multiple fronts and blitzing at the right times and with the run fits and making sure that they're stopping this run game. They put on a run game clinic, and it was a run blocking clinic. And you can see how much confidence this offense gets from being able to run the ball, because a lot of these guys, the best thing they do is run block. And I thought that was great. I thought it helped CJ Beathard a lot. I mean, I think this was his first game that he really got to play where they didn't drop him back with an inferior offensive line, bad offensive weapons, and he was just getting smoked all game. This was probably the least I've ever seen CJ Beathard get hit in his career, and he played fine because of it. I thought that was an awesome story. Like, hey, CJ Beathard coming back, beating Arizona, all of that was a beautiful storyline. I love that for CJ Beathard. But overall, the word is coaching clinic. Robert Saleh, that defense, they would have pitched a shutout if Kyler Murray wasn't the opposing quarterback. They ate up everything. They put on a show. It was an absolute clinic, especially to do it without Jimmy Ward playing in this game. I thought that was a really big deal because Jimmy Ward does so much to help this defense and help the players around him. For Robert Saleh to be creative in the sense with all those blitzes of, hey, we're going to make them shift their line this way by putting 8 guys and mugging our front, and then we're going to fire zone blitz from the other side, and Kyler's going to have nowhere to escape because we're going to leak out or D-tackle as the spy to the other side. Those things were so creative. It was so subtle because it doesn't change what his players are doing, but it's creative enough where it confuses the offense and totally screws with their plan of their short pass game. And then the other detail that I thought Robert Saleh, big improvement from week 1, was they put hands on DeAndre Hopkins and these wide receivers. There was not easy access. There weren't many free releases. They were very physical with them. I thought that was a really great adjustment from Robert Saleh, and they totally disrupted the timing of that short passing game. And it was just, again, it just comes back to just a game planning clinic.
Well, let's talk about the first part of the what you said, the offense, and them, the Niners, Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel finding a way to run on Vance Joseph. It took them 4 games. They couldn't do it last year. They couldn't do it week 1. And to me, it seems like what happened is the Cardinals and Vance Joseph do a great job of setting the edge and not letting Raheem Mostert get outside. He hasn't really done well against Vance Joseph. Like, every time he plays, he kind of struggles. And so what the Niners were able to do in this game is say, okay, well, we're going to run like between the guards with Jeff Wilson Jr. You want to give us the inside? Great. Watch us run for 8 yards a pop with Jeff Wilson Jr. And the Arizona Cardinals weren't ready for that. They couldn't adjust. That's what I
thought. And the way they package it also is brilliant, right? They'll run the same trap play or using a power play. They'll run it from under center, right, with 21 personnel and have Kyle Juszczyk as the lead blocker. Then they'll run the same play from shotgun and have Juszczyk from a split back look, and Juszczyk is still the lead blocker, but the entire run looks totally different to the defense, even though it's the same for the offense. They're so brilliant that way, and being able to run the football. I think the other thing is, I think 3-4 defenses for the most part do a bet, because inherently, if both outside linebackers come up, it's a 5-man front, which I think helps stop the outside zone because you have 2 wider guys setting the edge. I think they do. I think that's Vance Joseph is an attacking 3-4. That's what he calls his defense, and so that helps him stop this outside zone run game. And the fact that they went in between the tackles and did that was brilliant. And
I think to stop the Niners run game, you really got to sell out with that 6-man front. You got to pack the middle and set the edge, because
you need big people.
You really do. You need excellent players, and you need to stack the front, because if you prevent him from going outside, they got Jeff Wilson. And if you prevent him from going between the tackles, he can get to the edge too.
Right. Agree. You need big people who get up the field. Yeah. New England tried it all, right? But New England didn't have the size to play this run game, so they got absolutely mollywopped. You need
Washington
big people.
Has it.
Right.
Has it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Washington, right? Everybody wanted to talk about Chase Young in that game, but the guy that really wrecked that game was Daron Payne. He was too big. He was too physical. He was getting up the field, and he absolutely destroyed the run game. He's a very good player. And then Jonathan Allen just whooped Laken Tomlinson in that game. So yeah, you Chiefs had it right. You need big people who get up the field, and you need to show multiple fronts. But this was just a coaching clinic.